The 2026 Cadillac Escalade arrives at a time when large luxury SUVs are facing increasing pressure from changing regulations, shifting consumer priorities, and rapid advances in vehicle technology. Development of this latest iteration began several years earlier, following the lifecycle planning that General Motors typically applies to its flagship products. Industry sources indicate that engineering work intensified after the previous update cycle, with a focus on integrating new digital systems and improving long-term efficiency. Some delays in the final rollout were linked to supply chain disruptions and software validation requirements that affected much of the global automotive industry. Rather than rushing the vehicle to market, Cadillac chose to extend testing phases to ensure stability and regulatory compliance. This approach reflects a broader trend among premium manufacturers toward prioritizing reliability over rapid release schedules. As a result, the 2026 Escalade enters production with a more mature electronics architecture and refined mechanical calibration. Pricing expectations for the 2026 Escalade reflect its position at the upper end of the full-size SUV segment. In the United States, entry-level variants are expected to begin in the mid to high $70,000 range. Higher trims with extended wheelbase configurations, advanced driver assistance packages, and luxury interiors are likely to exceed $100,000. In international markets, pricing will vary depending on import duties, emissions regulations, and local demand. In regions such as the Middle East and parts of Asia, the Escalade is often positioned as a prestige vehicle with correspondingly higher retail prices. European availability remains limited due to size and emissions constraints, which further affects cost structures. Overall, the model is positioned as a premium offering that emphasizes scale, comfort, and technological depth over outright affordability. The Escalade has long been a central pillar of Cadillac's modern brand identity. Since its introduction in the late 1990s, it has represented the company's interpretation of luxury in a sport utility format. Over successive generations, it has developed a reputation for strong resale values, durable powertrains, and consistent mechanical reliability. Fleet operators, private owners, and commercial users have contributed to this perception through long-term usage patterns. While early models prioritized presence and towing capability, later versions gradually incorporated advanced safety and infotainment systems. The 2026 model continues this evolutionary pattern rather than attempting a radical departure. It reinforces Cadillac's focus on producing large, technically sophisticated vehicles that serve as brand flagships. Underneath its exterior, the 2026 Escalade is built on General Motors' latest full-size body-on-frame architecture. This platform is shared with other large SUVs and pickup trucks within the company's portfolio. Body-on-frame construction allows for high towing capacities, structural durability, and predictable load management. For real-world users, this translates into stable performance when carrying passengers, luggage, or trailers. The separate frame also simplifies repairs in certain impact scenarios and contributes to long-term serviceability. At the same time, engineers have worked to reduce overall mass through selective use of high-strength steel and aluminum components. These measures help balance traditional robustness with modern efficiency expectations. The exterior design of the 2026 Escalade follows Cadillac's current emphasis on vertical lighting signatures and sharp geometric surfaces. Its proportions remain intentionally upright, with a high belt line and broad frontal area. The front fascia integrates slim daytime running lights positioned above the primary headlamp units. A wide grille, finished in varying patterns depending on trim level, remains a central visual element. Along the sides, flush door handles and carefully sculpted panels aim to reduce aerodynamic drag. The rear design continues the use of tall, narrow tail lamps that extend from roofline to bumper. Overall, the styling prioritizes visual authority and consistency with Cadillac's wider design language. In terms of size, the Escalade continues to rank among the largest passenger vehicles available. Standard wheelbase models measure well over 5 meters in length, while extended versions approach 6 meters. Width remains substantial, contributing to interior shoulder room and road presence. Height is optimized to balance interior headroom with garage compatibility. Compared to rivals such as the Lincoln Navigator and certain premium European SUVs, the Escalade remains longer and heavier. This dimensional strategy reflects its focus on maximum interior volume rather than urban maneuverability. For buyers who prioritize space, these proportions remain a defining characteristic. Powertrain offerings for the 2026 Escalade continue to emphasize traditional internal combustion technology, supplemented by targeted efficiency improvements. The primary engine remains a naturally aspirated V8 with variable valve timing and cylinder deactivation. Output figures are expected to remain in the range of 400 horsepower, depending on market specifications. A turbocharged diesel option is available in selected regions, offering improved fuel economy and long-distance cruising capability. All engines are paired with a multi-speed automatic transmission designed for smooth torque delivery. Four-wheel drive systems are standard or optional depending on trim and regional requirements. Calibration focuses on quiet operation. Inside, the 2026 Escalade continues to emphasize digital integration and modular comfort features. A wide curved display spans much of the dashboard, combining instrumentation and infotainment functions. Physical controls are retained for climate and primary driving settings to maintain usability. Seating configurations range from traditional bench layouts to executive-style captain's chairs. Materials include leather, wood veneers, and technical fabrics depending on trim selection. Acoustic insulation and active noise management systems contribute to reduced cabin disturbance. These elements support the vehicle's role as a long-distance touring platform. From a global lineup perspective, the Escalade occupies a unique position within Cadillac's portfolio. It serves as the primary representative of the brand's traditional luxury SUV philosophy. Alongside newer electric models, it provides continuity for customers who prefer established powertrain formats. In markets where infrastructure for electrification remains limited, this role is particularly important. The 2026 model is therefore designed for buyers who value scale, comfort, and proven engineering. It appeals to families, executives, and commercial operators who require space and durability. Within Cadillac's evolving strategy, the Escalade remains a stabilizing reference point for the brand. Overall,